Su profesora le puso una mala calificación y la eliminó de la manera más inhumana posible.
What I did was wrong, and I accept responsibility for my carelessness, for my ignorance.
El adolescente pensó que saldría con las manos limpias por su edad, pero cuando recibió la brutal sentencia, él ni siquiera se inmutó.
Our high schooler that formulates a plan with his friend, and Spanish teacher is a dangerous person to the community.
Noema Graber era profesora en Fairfield High School. Sin embargo, la mujer nunca se imaginó que ejercer su profesión la llevaría a morir en manos de Willard Miller y Jeremy Goodale, dos alumnos a los cuales les hacía clases de español. Y es que tras colocarle una mala calificación a uno de ellos, la maestra sellaría su destino de manera fatal.
On November 2nd of 2021, I met Willard Miller at Chautauqua Park. I understood that he had the intent to Mrs. Graber.
El hecho ocurrió en 2021, cuando los adolescentes emboscaron a Graber y la a golpes utilizando un bate de béisbol. Goodale y Miller, que tenían 16 años al momento de cometer el crimen, fueron vistos saliendo de un parque manejando el vehículo de la maestra. Y tras su misteriosa desaparición, el cuerpo golpeado de la mujer fue hallado debajo de una lona y una carretilla. Parecía que no habían dejado rastros, pero tras alardear su crimen en redes sociales, un amigo de ellos dio aviso a la policía.
Jaden had brought a bat, among other supplies, to go through with the. And after he had struck Nohema Graber, we then moved her off of the trail, where I then struck her, and she, as a result. Afterwards, we removed any evidence that we could, and that was my recollection of the events on November 6th.
Los testimonios de Miller y Goodale se contradecían, pero tras varios meses de investigación, ambos adolescentes se declararon culpables de premeditado.
Mr. Miller, you have the right to make a statement. It's called allocution. Is there anything you'd like to say to me before I sentence you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly accept responsibility for the role that I've played in the murder of Nohema Graber. I would like to apologize for my actions, first and foremost, to the family. I'm sincerely sorry for the distress that I've caused you and the devastation I've caused your family. And from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry for your loss.
El de Nohema Graber conmocionó al mundo entero y los familiares de la víctima quedaron tan devastados que no fueron capaces de leer ellos mismos sus testimonios en el juicio.
I do believe every person my sister-in-law Nohema Graber ever met became her friend, if she wasn't already. The only exceptions being the two who stole her from the thousands who loved her. She had a way of lighting up the room when she entered. That was because she genuinely cared about every person. People called Nohema an angel when they spoke of her. She had more than 50 godchildren, maybe 56, but she didn't broadcast the fact. Instead, she chose to live her love for them and anyone in need without thought of self. She never spoke of her good deeds, but lived the gospel every day with her big, joyful, loving heart.
Finalmente, Willard Miller fue sentenciado a cadena perpetua. Sin embargo, cuando escuchó la sentencia del juez, el adolescente no mostró ningún tipo de remordimiento, mientras que Jeremy Goodale sigue a la espera de sentencia, la cual está prevista para el próximo mes.
Certainly a high school junior who formulates a plan, or high schooler that formulates a plan with his friend, and the Spanish teacher is a dangerous person to the community. The definition of malice is the intention or the desire to do evil. And evil does not have a birthday. This court cannot overrule precedent. However, I will not gloss over the fact that you and Mr. Goodell cut Nohema Graber's precious life short. That would not be justice regardless of your age, Mr. Miller. The bedrock of our criminal justice system is deterrence and rehabilitation. And ultimately, while acknowledging your youth and developing brain, I find that your intent and actions were sinister and evil. Those acts resulted in the intentional loss of human life in a brutal fashion. There's no excuse. There is not a systemic societal problem that explains or justifies your actions. The court finds, based on the nature and circumstances of this offense, along with the required 25 factors that I am to consider in sentencing a juvenile in the state of Iowa first degree, that the defendant, Willard Noble Chaden Miller, should be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 35 years. This sentence is permissible under the Iowa law. A 35-year mandatory minimum is not cruel and unusual punishment for the defendant, as it represents the appropriate time of incarceration for the defendant and Mr. Goodell's premeditated